So LaToya Jackson once again sparked a ton of concern after she posted a montage of pictures and videos showing her extremely thin figure. Did I say extremely? Extremely. Now, based on some reports that I've seen, things have completely gotten out of hand, and LaToya even reportedly broke down in tears over not being able to stop losing weight. I have also seen some claims that she's also allegedly pointing fingers at Janet Jackson, who has also had one hell of a journey with weight loss. So, is this an issue of family pressure? Was she influenced by her sister? Is there more to the story, like unhealed family trauma that is now boiling over uncontrollably? Baby, y'all know that the things this family has said about what they went through growing up are just crazy. Remember when LaToya talked about how their dad used to physically and emotionally torture them as kids? She even said that their dad continued manhandling Michael and his brothers even as adults. Jeez.
Functional family, although on the surface it seemed like the American dream.
Yes, of course, naturally. In our family, because that was always that facade up there, smiling in front of the cameras, but when we got home, it was totally different. We lived an entirely different lifestyle at home.
Well, what was it like at home?
It was very, very hard. My father was very strict. He did us.
Well, when you say he did he you, whip you? I mean, what?
He had a belt, you say in the book. Belts, whips, whatever. My brothers were grown, and my father would take his fist and he would punch them and knock them down the steps constantly.
Would they provoke him?
To this day, no, of course not. To this day, they are still afraid of my father, and they will tell you. They come to me and they say, LaToya, we have kids in college and we're afraid of my father still today.
In fact, LaToya said that Joe even roughed Michael up in the midst of the success of his iconic records Off the Wall and 1982's Thriller, which is the biggest selling album of all time. Like, the world saw MJ up on the stage, accepting the awards and smiling, but behind the scenes, his father was chasing him around the house and MJ was running from him, terrified. LaToya is also the same person who said that her dad also took advantage of her older sister Rebby, and for those who recall, there were also allegations that Joe had also taken advantage of her and Michael. See, LaToya didn't specifically name MJ, but in her memoir, she also claimed her mother knew what her father was doing to her and her sister, writing, "When your father gets out of bed with your mother and gets into bed with his daughter, and you hear the mother saying, 'No, Joe, not tonight. Let her rest. Leave her alone. She's tired.' That makes you crazy." She also said that her dad started sleeping with her when her sister left when she was 16, which meant that she was aged around 11 when her father allegedly targeted her. LaToya also said that she didn't know if their dad did anything to Janet, but she knew that she was tired of what their dad was doing to all of them. So people have always said that the way the members of the Jackson family behave is giving unhealed trauma and attention seeking. And LaToya is right at the top with all her outbursts, comments, and recently her weight loss. Okay, like I said, LaToya recently posted a montage of photos showing her extremely thin figure, and almost immediately, fans started sounding the alarm. People are genuinely out here asking what's really going on with her, why she keeps losing so much weight, and whether this is something she can even control anymore. Some are wondering if this is a health issue, stress, or something deeper behind the scenes. This concern is also not new, by the way. For those who recall, at the beginning of this year, 2025, things became a little concerning when she shared a video in which she wished her followers happy holidays, and the video showed a glimpse of her Christmas celebration in Qatar. Later in the video, she posed in front of a huge lit-up centerpiece in what appeared to be a hotel lobby, asking the person behind the camera to back up to get a better view of herself and the space. And instead of people wishing LaToya happy holidays, they were more concerned about her appearance. At the time, many people in her comments section openly questioned what might be happening, with some suggesting that something did not seem quite right. While a number of remarks came across as harsh or intrusive, the post also prompted an outpouring of genuine concern from fans, who urged others to show compassion rather than judgment. Some called for prayers, emphasizing that outsiders could not know what she had been through or what she was dealing with privately, and stressed that judging her appearance was inappropriate. Others even drew comparisons to the late Chadwick Boseman, noting how he had faced similar public scrutiny before his death in 2020, and reminded fellow commenters that they should have learned the importance of sensitivity when discussing someone's health. Apparently, even friends and family members were concerned about LaToya's drastic weight loss, and some reportedly even said that they were worried she will be the next Jackson to pass on after Tito, who died of a heart attack. For reference, when Tito had his heart attack, Terry Harvey Maltbia, his business associate and best friend, opened up about his final moments, and he said, "We just got done eating turkey and chicken, laughing and talking. We were putting the top on the convertible because it started raining. That's when Tito came back on the passenger side window and said, 'My chest is hurting. Can you help Ronnie to finish the car top?' He said, 'I ain't feeling good in my chest.' He wiped his face off, took off his shirt, and it was like someone had thrown a bucket of water on him. He had about 7 doctors working on him, and it got really bad. I called his brother Marlon, and that's when he died." Now, based on reports, LaToya was one of those most affected, and some even speculated that the grief may have contributed to some unhealthy choices. A close source to the family even said at the time, "LaToya has been losing weight drastically, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. Family and friends are very worried, and fear she'll be the next Jackson family member to go. Her clothes have to be altered as LaToya is slipping below a size 00. Generally, that size is for young girls. LaToya looks weak and unhealthy. Her friends are concerned she could die of an ED. In addition, the source also reported that LaToya was stressed from losing Tito, adding, "She was with him in Germany right before his shocking death." Well, the concern only grew recently when LaToya Jackson appeared to lose even more weight in the recent videos and photos she shared. Once again, her comment sections lit up, with people clearly worried and asking questions about whether she was okay. Some seemed to be wondering if the weight loss was intentional, while others questioned whether there might be health issues involved or if she was getting enough support. At the same time, familiar reactions returned, with a mix of speculation and genuine care, as fans reminded each other to be mindful of how they spoke about her. For many, the latest posts reopened the same conversations from earlier in the year, leaving people uneasy and still searching for answers, while trying to balance concern with respect for her privacy. Medical doctors have also shown concern, noting that if LaToya drops too low, she might have to be led by a tube to save her life. Then again, like I said, I have also seen claims that Janet Jackson may have been the one who influenced her sister. See, the thing about Janet is that her journey with weight has been one for the books, and she's actually gone back and forth a few times. For those who recall, in late 2017, her fans started to notice that she was losing so much weight, and considering she had given birth to her first child, Issa, less than a year prior to revealing her transformation, a lot of people wondered how she managed to lose so much weight. Well, according to trainer Paulette Siblis, the secret to her 70-pound weight loss was actually no secret at all. Instead, Janet shed the extra pounds by committing to an exercise regimen and working tirelessly toward her goal. The trainer even told E! News, "I started training her about 6 weeks after she had Issa. We had a very vigorous training schedule. We were training a minimum of 4 times a week, and the sessions were never less than 45 minutes, no more than an hour. It was very intense though, very intense training." There was also a time when she shed 70 pounds ahead of her 2019 tour, but gained it all back, and maybe more, by October 2022. Now, sometime in 2024, Janet gained a lot of weight again, with reports claiming that she packed on 75 pounds. Apparently, she was crushing the scales at 180 pounds on her once petite 5'3" body. But then, all of a sudden, she lost a lot of weight again, and I'm talking about an incredible 40 pounds in just 3 months to be concert ready for the North American tour. Apparently, Janet was eating only broccoli and water to be the thinnest she's ever been, and it had been going on for months. Yes, she slimmed down, but it was not as alarming as with LaToya, who appears to be taking things further and further. Well, now we have people who are questioning whether Janet Jackson may have influenced LaToya, especially since Janet herself has been on a very public weight loss and fitness journey for years. Fans are wondering if LaToya felt pressure to keep up or follow the same path, trying to match that image. But at the same time, many are saying it looks like LaToya may have taken things way too far. And let's not forget that Janet's methods and approach also raised concerns as well. Insiders were said to have expressed shock at how quickly Janet managed to lose such a significant amount of weight again, noting that many people did not believe it was safe. Others close to her reportedly shared that whenever concerns were raised about whether she was getting enough nourishment, Janet would brush them off and insist she was fine. However, those around her were said to believe that her dieting habits were unhealthy and could eventually catch up with her in a serious way, even if not immediately. It was also suggested that the repeated cycle of rapid weight loss and regain, including losing a large amount of weight for a tour, gaining it back, and then doing it all over again, was putting extreme strain on her body. These concerns have led some to question whether LaToya may have been influenced by a similar mindset. I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know. This family has been a mess for the longest time, so nothing really surprises me at this point, but I'd like to know what you think of LaToya's weight loss and whether you think Janet may have influenced her in the comments section below.